don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
So you know somebody doesn't respect you. They listen to reply, not to be understood. They cut you off. They minimize what actually matters to you. They laugh at your boundaries, and then they call you sensitive when you try to hold the line. They show up late, they cancel last minute, forget the things you've told them, because in their world, your time, your energy, even your voice aren't a priority. They're just an option. You see, there are two kinds of people. Those who adjust when they realize they've actually hurt you, and those who expect you to adjust so they don't have to change. You don't need to be disrespected loudly to be disrespected deeply. Sometimes you'll see it. It's just in their tone, in their patterns, in the silence after you're known. Respect isn't what they say when they're watching. It's how they act when they think you'll tolerate it.
Construct, slave song, slave ship, rip skin, maybe rip bones. But no matter how close I am, my ancestors speak. They tell me they're tired as a friend on us like we're weak. I haven't been getting sleep. Long in this singing until I surpass peak. Until they think we are equal, please. All I want is peace. My ancestors beat drums until their bones would bleed. Begging that generations remember our story.
Happy Tuesday, peace and blessings. Let me run that back. Peace and blessings, glory, praise, and honor to the Most High. Happy Tuesday to the good people. Shout out to my poets, writers, content creators, and everybody who has been showing up and showing out in the comments over the last couple of months. Thank you for your support, for your continual support. Sarah is in the building. You see the title. I got a couple clips I'm going to play for y'all. We got a lot to talk about here. My condolences to Kohen Wiley, the family. I did a stream on this a few weeks ago. It hasn't been that long. Tragic ending. A lot to unpack here. I want to bring Sarah up. I will segue into this first clip and go into another one that brought us to this point right here. But let me bring her up and we'll start this show. Let's see.
Good morning. How's it going? Happy Tuesday.
Likewise. How was your weekend?
Yeah, good. And yours?
Productive. Very productive.
Great. Good to hear.
I've been taking a little break off of social media. Outside of YouTube, everything else I haven't been messing with, just for my own peace of mind. You know?
Yeah. You need to unplug. I'm a great believer. Unplug, unwind, just everything. I'm right there with you.
So let's do this. I'm gonna give you some context, and then I'm gonna play this first clip.
Mm-hmm.
The first video is from the mother of Kohen. She's giving her breakdown of what happened. But basically, her 1-year-old son loses his life. An officer shoots through the car. Apparently, her friend or associate went into the store, tried to allegedly steal diapers. Found out that was false. But in the process of all of this going on, they tried to get away from the officer. The officer is, I guess, in fear of getting hit by the driver, shoots into the car, fatally wounding the kid. And it leads into another conversation that follows up after this. So I'm gonna play this first one, and then I'll go to the second one, so we can talk about actually why we are here.
Oof. Yep.
But I kept walking because it had nothing to do with me. By the time me and my baby got in the car, she came. And then when we was backing up, they was running out the come. I raised my baby up because they withdrew their gun. She had no tent. I raised my baby up trying to show them that he was in the car. So she was backing up and she hit a car as I was opening the door. So the door flew back in. By the time I sat my baby down, it was like 3 to 4 shots. One of the shots hit him in his rib cage, and the other shots hit her in her arm and her thigh. And we left and went to Senatobia hospital where he was pronounced dead. And they told me I wasn't gonna be able to see him until he get back from Jackson. She got airlifted, and the police told me I couldn't leave out the hospital until somewhere I couldn't leave out, couldn't nobody come in. But I ended up walking out, and the crowd was questioning them, asking them what happened. They was like, she was shoplifting. But the passenger, it was me. They wasn't talking about me. They was talking about the driver. But on the little, what's it called, self-checkout, they can see, it's cameras, they can see when she got the diapers and walked out. But yeah, they tried to say that she forcefully was trying to drive and hit them, but they was all on the right side, and she was driving towards the left. They just personally just shot in the car.
Did they try to charge you with anything?
No, they didn't charge me. They ain't charged me with nothing. They just let me go. They didn't say nothing. They just kept telling the crowd that they were shoplifting. But I don't know if they found anything, because it's nothing found.
Okay.
Tried to stop her.
So ultimately, they came to the conclusion that nobody was actually stealing. But the problem is, you just put your kid in jeopardy by being with someone who made things more problematic, putting your life and the driver's life in jeopardy over some diapers. Ultimately, at the end of it, I guess she got I'm trying to think of the word, a ruling in her favor, and she just recently buried her child. But we'll get into all of that. I want to know how you feel as far as this, and then like this next part is where I think people are kind of torn, because some folks are pissed off because of how she responded and reacted after the funeral and everything, or during the funeral. Some people are saying, well, you can't tell people how to grieve. Some people are saying this is disrespectful to the child, and it's a lot. I want to go to the next clip, but let me just get your initial thoughts on this part, and now I'll bring up the other clip. Absolutely horrible. Like, I can't believe that so many people are confused and conflicted about this whole thing. There was no reason for this woman to have her kid held up like she was using him as a shield. Let me know if you can hear me. All right, cool. There was no reason for them to use that child as a shield. There was no reason or probable cause for them to even put themselves in a situation where, if they thought that you were doing something illegal, it should have gotten to the point to where you're trying to get to the car get away from the police and then try to hit the officer in the process of getting away if you were innocent. Like, what are your thoughts on this right here? While I bring up the other clip, just like express to me, like, how did you feel about what she said, the story itself about the alleged stealing and finding out that it wasn't really theft at all, but all of it is just tragic.
Don't ever use a child to mask or hide or use as a weapon. That's a no-go.
Damn.
Sorry. Look, you do not put children in those kind of type of positions. If you want to do some shady shit, or if you want to steal, or if you want to do whatever you need to do, but you're saying, or it sounds like it's staged, I'm sorry. Yeah. Don't even get me wild. I have no words. I'm so angry and so angered by it that I understand we go through hard times. I understand, but this is a cover-up. And now you have to live with the death of your own child? Yeah, sorry. It baffles me. It beyond baffles me. It fucking pisses me off. Because this poor little innocent child. Yeah. Okay, sorry. I'm gonna mic up. It just makes me wild.
So when I initially covered the story, my first issue was with how this was all handled. Because if you're security, if you're working at this Walmart and you suspect someone of theft, there's only but so much you can do, right? You can confront the person, but of course, do you have the proper training to engage with someone who might be hostile? Or do you know how to address another adult that you might feel as though is causing a scene or has the potential to create a bigger problem for everybody that is in that facility? Whether or not you believe this person was stealing or not, I know there's a lot of folks that get absolutely pissed off when you accuse them of doing something and they not, because I'm black, you think I'm just up in here stealing? Are you just trying to pick with me? Are you just trying to fuck with me because I'm black? Is that what that is? And you trying to start something? I would be offended too.
Yes.
Right? But
yes,
even with that, there's still a way that you're supposed to be able to conduct yourself as an adult. If you feel as though I'm doing something out of place, all right, you want to be, I'm just putting hypotheticals out. Are you being racist, bigoted, or are you really just strongly feeling that there's something here? All right, let's get to the bottom of it. I have nothing to hide. I don't need to get belligerent. I don't need to throw shit, and let's get to the bottom of it. I'm sure there's cameras everywhere. This is a multi-million-dollar company. You ain't that broke. You got cameras. All right, cool. And you got digital footprint.
Yes.
So you're accusing me of doing this? All right. I'm not going to do this back and forth with you. Let the cameras, let the evidence speak for me.
Yes.
When the authorities arrive and whoever else needs to be here, all right, we're going to do it like that. And then we'll come to the conclusion this was this or this was that. Now, after the smoke is settled and you find out and discover that what you accused me of was false, now one or two things are going to happen. Me personally, I can accept your half-ass apology, or I can take it over your head and do something that's going to ensure that you move more according.
Yes.
Moving forward, when you treat your customers a certain type of way based off of their complexion, because I'm not letting you get away with that.
Yeah. Thank you.
But instead, what we got here, and we don't know the interaction. What we got here is, from my impression, you got a woman who got confronted about stealing. She didn't like the fact that she was being confronted about it, and she had a nasty disposition. Allegedly, you having a nasty attitude towards someone who is coming at you with a certain type of energy is not going to get you better results. You cannot match negative energy with negative energy, whether or not you believe to be right or wrong. So you have this nasty energy towards you, this level of entitlement.
Yes.
Something ensues. You try to get the hell out of the store and leave. The officer isn't doing very well with containing the situation. The driver or whoever involved probably comes to the car, blah 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 blah. If you try to hit the officer, really, like I'm trying to paint a picture here. You're trying to hit the officer. Why? You're just, if you're innocent, you don't have to be aggressive. You don't have to be violent.
Thank you. Yeah.
So you try to hit the officer. The officer, I'm not condoning what the officer did. You try to hit the officer. The officer is fighting for his life allegedly, but ends up shooting you and then killing the kid. Now you have a child that's in the ground at 1 year fucking old. And all y'all got to say is what?
Yeah. Like, for one, that's not mother acting. You know what I mean? Like, no mother, no right mind mother would act like that. Let's back up here a bit. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just sitting back going, why? Like, okay, there shouldn't be any contact. Like as if you can just go up to someone and just punch him, soccer punch him, beat him. You know what I mean? As I said, you're trying to prove a point. You just want attention. You know what I mean? You can talk and act without all being feisty and, I get it, the heat of the moment. You unfortunately, we all do. We do lose our cool. But if you're a mother with a child, you need to kind of slow your roll. You know what I mean? In a sense of, and then you're attacking or you're going out at a police officer. That's a criminal offense in itself. That's just, there's no justification for that. Okay. Ooh.
Well, she's saying that she wasn't even in the store. She was in the car, or she was at the car. Her friend is the one who set this in motion. I put everybody at fault in this whole thing for different reasons. At the end of the day, for me, it all came down to how every adult conducted themselves here, because none of this had to happen. If y'all would stop adopting these negative and toxic ass attributes that you hold on such a high pedestal, then a lot of people would be alive right now and out of jail, but y'all can't control yourself. And I'm not just saying Black people in general, I'm just talking about people in general.
And that's interesting you say that, because the longer that I'm out here, I get it. How? Because okay, when I'm out here and one of my first questions in situations and scenarios come across this. That's the first question people ask. What color was the person? To me, I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, for me, that's something new, something I'm not used to. But the longer that I'm out here, I get it. You know what I mean? And I was just like, a person is a person. But yeah, it doesn't matter what background. You know what I mean? You don't carry on like that. Period. You know what I mean? Were they on drugs? Were they been drinking? I hope not. I really hope not. But as I said, you're saying that the friend started all this or staged all this? I'm telling you, some topics and some things, as I said, I refuse to watch TV or, local news because there's always drama. No matter where you go, there's always a drive-by. There's always a stealing. There's always, I even look up, I find, especially when it's the warmer months, a lot of more helicopters, a lot more sirens, yep. The crazies is out. That's what I say. The crazies is out. The people are out. But yeah, this is just. Why would what's going through her friend, a friend to do that? Like, why? What are you trying to prove? Or what's your point? Oof.
It's pride and ego. There's a lot of like in this part of the country, in the West, the self-absorption, the whole attitude, the self-entitlement is oozing off of people. You can't say things to certain women. You can't have no type of boundaries or anything without them having some type of feelings or anything for us. It's just ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? So it,
Yeah, no. It's funny. It's interesting you said that because I've gone to the smaller towns. Like, it's a lot calmer, a lot quieter. But people have got more time on their hands. So I don't want to say they're bored. But sometimes it's this type of entertainment. I don't know. They want to rattle the feathers. They want to see how far they can go. I don't know.
well, at the end of the day, she won her lawsuit. And this is where the topic changes, and it comes down to the people being pissed off and angry about how she decided to pay respects to her peoples. This clip right here, let me bring it up here on this screen.
Damn.
Actually, I
Is
want
this
to
the way
hear.
black mothers grieve now?
Yeah. Okay, I want to hear from a local's point of view.
At their baby's funerals, at their son's funerals, holding up money. Shit, hell, she had that money that day she went to Walmart. Kohen Wiley will still be here because they wouldn't have had to steal the damn Pampers. Now she's celebrating. Again, her ass need to be in jail for child neglect or for murder because she used her baby as a human shield. And these be the bitches that be wishing themselves a happy Father's Day. And that's why I'm glad that they shitted on you men on Father's Day, because each and every day Mother's Day come around, y'all just be wishing y'all baby mamas a happy Mother's Day just because the bitch gave birth to your child. That's it. That's all. Not because she a good mom, just because she gave birth to your child. And we see mostly black women standing behind her. And we all know her and the driver was the source of this problem. See, all the black women that was on this goddamn internet wishing themselves a happy Mother's Day, you bitches ain't no different than the one on my background. That lady Kayla G that was allowing her goddamn boyfriend to sleep in the same bed as her daughter. And that other woman, Mother Nisha, the woman that decided to get her goofy ass on this internet telling her daughter's essay story, how she was essayed by her own biological father, and you bitches still standing behind her. Y'all are pathetic. And I know the other black men ain't gonna let y'all know, but I'm gonna let y'all ass know. Y'all fucking pathetic. Don't make no damn sense. The woman burying her child, and look at this picture. She looked like she really relieved some pain. Like she got rid of some stress. Y'all ain't finna sit there and tell me that she ain't sacrificed her baby boy. And again, right, I don't give a damn about none of y'all goddamn opinion, because I'ma always say this because it's true. Just a little while ago, y'all was on this internet, hell, and still to this day on this internet promoting, telling black women to unalive their baby if they find out that it's a baby boy. Y'all ass pathetic. Period. Now go tell one of them simps and see what they gonna do about it. Damn.
Thank you. Love it. Thank you. He hit the nail right there and then. And he is not holding back. And I love it because it has many valid points. As what I said earlier, you do not use your child. You do not use your child for whatever reason. Period. Okay, I might need something a little stronger than the coffee right now. Because I'm just like, these women, I'm telling you, the younger generation have lost the fucking plot. They have no concept. It's all about clout. It's all about me, what I look like. They don't give a damn about the children. They shouldn't even be having children. You know what I mean? In that sense. But I love the fact that he was saying that you do not use your own son, your own child, as bait. Now that's some fucked up shit. I don't give a shit what nationality, what race, where you come. You don't do that, period.
I grew up way different because the way that we mourn, nothing like this. When we have funerals and when you pay your respects, you do not pick up your cell phone, turn the camera on, and then take a wad of cash, start doing prison poses, and flex and flaunt your money. You don't do any of that. You don't even have people on the outside looking in on you grieve with your loved ones. That's a private, intimate setting. That's not for the entire world. Mind you, she's in her early 20s. So I'm going to attribute a lot of her lack because of her age. But I can guarantee you that somebody taught that to her. Now, I can't tell nobody how to mourn.
Bro, I can't hear you.
I don't know what to tell you. It's like it's just weird.
I can't hear anything.
It's absolutely weird because like we would have the I can't even think of the word right now. 1 second. So what I was saying is this culture celebrates and supports the wrong stuff. There's no reason and there's no way to articulate in any way, shape, form, or fashion this being or indicating that you are in pain or you're going through. Like, even if you did something completely opposite of this, let's say you just wanted to make a whole lot of jokes. Maybe you wanted to pour yourself into your work and do extra shifts and extra hours. That would be more understanding than getting in front of the camera on social media and flexing jewelry and all this other stuff for some type of validation or closure. I don't understand that at all. And I can see why he said what he said. And there's other people who are saying, well, you can't tell nobody how to mourn. You can't. This to me was disgusting, though. It was tasteless. It shows the level of maturity. It shows the level of respect that we put on our lives, the level of value we put on it. And I'm not here to shame nobody. I'm just looking at this from the outside in, thinking to myself, oh, here we go again. This. Why do we have to do everything for social media? Why did this happen? If you wanted to pay respects to your kid, this is not the way to do it. Start a organization or something. Use that money to start some type of establishment that brings awareness to shoplifting or something related to his timely passing. You don't go to social media and start doing all this in front. Come on, man. And then when anybody has anything to say about the ratchetness, y'all have a problem with it. You're sassy. You're gay. You're not protecting black people. You're not protecting black women. You're not doing this. Well, what the fuck is this? What are you doing to protect yourself? What are you doing to protect your kids? Why are you hanging around with people with such nasty attitudes? Why was you even in the situation that you was in the first place? Why couldn't your friend conduct herself better? Why couldn't an officer conduct himself better? There's many ways that they could have handled that without it becoming violent that way. There shouldn't even be a funeral. People are mourning with you, reposting and sharing in your pain, and you get on camera and you got all this money, like you got a payout, like you set for life. You ain't gotta never work again. It seemed like it felt like it was more about the fact that you never have to struggle a day again in your life because you got a settlement over the fact that you just buried your kid. And I could be wrong. That's not what I got though.
Definitely. It's more of as I said, it was like a performance. Like it was like, look at me. Because once again, no right mind would it's like they're having a celebration. It's like they're having a party. It's like they're as I said, my mind and my brain, some things that just can't process this. You know what I mean? And I understand we do celebrate things differently. People grieve differently. But you could see the people just hovering around. They were just like, it's like they just want to be a part of it just to say that I'm there, or just want to be a showy. And that's another thing I'm not used to. And I certainly want to accept that in that sense, because no mother, no right mind carry on and do that for the sake of doing that. Why? I don't get it. I really don't get it. Like, I'm just grieve in silence. You know what I mean? You don't need to put on a show. You don't need to put on a production. It's not going to get you anywhere. It's going to get people just to look at you differently and just look at you, which clearly she doesn't give a shit. But it's at the same time, it's like this poor son. And I like the fact that you said, yeah, turn this and make this positive. Start a GoFundMe account, or start, a foundation. You know what I mean? Turn it into something bigger in a positive way, in a positive light, to make people aware. You know what I mean? If you get caught stealing, or if you try to, fight the police, this is the outcome. You don't go around it's like a big celebration. Yeah. As I said, and people will appreciate it if you do. You can, you'll get more respect. Creed. I'm, as I said, this is just anything with children. It just upsets me, because I don't like little ones suffering like that.
I wish people would move better and more intellectual. Why everything has to be. As long as you on this planet, you will be attacked for something, whether or not it's accurate information or it's false, whether it's based off of your ethnicity, or it's colorism, or it's just because you're short, or because you're broke. You're always going to be judged and looked at for something. At the end of the day, you ain't no better than me or the next person. Why do you think you're immune to it? It's how you carry yourself as a grown man or a woman that makes the difference. That separates you from the foolish and from those who walk in wise counsel. That's all, and that's the only thing I want to hear. You got it. Go ahead.
Like, as I said, too many emotions going through right now. My head and my mind just can't keep up with it. But why is she using this as like a celebration? Like, it's just her way of, which it is. It's all attention seeking. That's all it is. Attention seeking at the end of the day. Because I'm just like going, this poor child, this poor little one, like, he shouldn't, like, my mind, I don't know what goes on in different, I know different states have different laws, but this one, no. Her ass should be in jail. I didn't give a shit. I hope she should have community service for life. she should have an ankle monitor, ankle monitor. You know what I mean? You know, she should have that. She should be doing community service for life, because that'll teach her. And not allowed to get out of the country. She's not allowed to leave the state. This is your punishment. She needs something harsh to make people aware that you cannot get away with this. It's not allowed. It's not acceptable. Yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy. When it comes to children and animals, it rubs me the wrong way because they don't know any better. You're in their count. You have a duty of care. You're obligated. They're in your hands. They need to be felt safe and secure. You don't go around going to stupid fucking Walmart. You know what I mean? We know you're not short for money. I already can tell. I already can see. I thought, no. They were looking for trouble at the expense of our own son. Can't. No words for that. It's just bullshit.
If anything, the driver should definitely get some charges.
Both of them are take accountability. Justice needs to be served. Simple as that. Both of them. Lifetime community service. You know what I mean? And make everyone know, have something that they have to have like on their ID or on their license. Put something on it so every time they swipe it or if they go through another state, it gets flagged. To make everyone aware and see this behavior is unacceptable and it's not allowed.
And this is a part of the culture that I despise. I never supported.
Good.
Just the entitled, I can use my woman card, or I can use my black card, or we've been enslaved and we've been oppressed, so you should allow me to have a nasty attitude towards you and everybody in the world, or because I'm a woman that you can, because I'm a woman, I can get away with being a smart ass. I can be aggressive. I can be obnoxious. I can be violent. And you should be okay with it because society has said that it's okay for certain, not all, but certain women, it's okay for them to be rude, obnoxious, aggressive, overly assertive, overly combative, and nobody checks it. Nobody calls it out for what it is and holds them accountable for those negative and nasty traits and characteristics. And because of those reasons, this is why we are where we are in the first place, raising people to believe that those same characteristics are going to fly by for people who have traditional values. Everybody did not grow up toxic. Everybody did not grow up listening to the same type of content and following the same type of belief systems. There are people that will absolutely hold you to the fire. There are people that will not coddle you or hold your hand. There are people that will look you dead in your face until you know. No is a strong and powerful word that doesn't need a lot of explanations. Wrong is wrong, right is right. And a lot of you don't know that.
And it's interesting you said that not no is a strong or a powerful word. That stops a lot of drama. You know what I mean? That pumps the brakes. That is like, you heard me. Test me. Try me again. But I know a lot of people are trying to, and they want to keep the peace, or they like show me or prove a point or something on those. But yeah, no could have stopped and will stops a lot of like anything to escalate.
Yeah, I'm over it. I'm definitely over it. You know, this is not going to really slow down at any given point because people are programmed to believe and still hold on to the idea that they can say and do whatever the hell they want. Like, even like I said, even if you were innocent, you could have handled that completely different. Like, I've seen this shit enough times in my own personal life where a female that I went to school with, or even just I'm being at the store or something, the merchant would say something to you, you don't like it, and then you take it a step further than what it needs to. Why do y'all do that?
And I'm glad you said that, because I've noticed that. I've noticed that me being out and about. You know what I mean? Like, this is me. I've actually brought this up to different people. People, obviously, as you know, I'm not from here. And I see people's mannerism and I see their behavior, and I hope you don't mind me saying this. I have worked out where to shop and where not to shop. I know it sounds crazy, I know it sounds fucked up, but I do not want the drama. I don't want the headache. I want to go in, get what I need to get, or do what I need to get, and then I'll be done with it. I don't need your attitude at the end of the day. You know what I mean? I'm not here, I'm not paying for this drama and nonsense. Yeah, I've had many times people have commented or, make an unwelcome statement. And I'm just like going, where's your head at? And if I'm having a foul day, oh, fuck, I don't hold back. I will bite. You know what I mean? In that sense. And I'm just like, and when they hear me, and obviously with the accent, and when they hear me come back at them, like, oh, whoa, I go, no. You started this. I'm just finishing it off. And I've learned over a period of time where to go, where not to go, when to go, and when not to go. I know it sounds crazy. I just want to go do my thing without any dramas and any hiccups. It sounds crazy. It's just something I am not used to. And when they go, oh, you're living in LA, people are like, oh, I don't know how you do it. Yeah, I ask the same question as well. Because it's just like one drama after one drama. And I'm just like, where's everyone? Like, which it is. People are angry. I get that. I understand that. We all are. But yeah, it's not going to change. It's not going to change. It's just getting worse. I just know it's getting worse. You know what I mean? And it's true. It's, some people, which they do, they feel some type of way. I just can't. I don't want to be around it. I don't want to be associated it, because I'm not about that. But hey, it's just how it is out here. People are just like need to prove a point on everything. Pick your battles, man. At the end of the day, really, pick your battles.
Look, I just did a reaction video to Oak Bluff. Oak Bluff is a black community resort type of a setup. Y'all check that one out. People specifically from my background, extremely frustrated and offended because the brother, he said, look, doctors, lawyers of our culture occupy this space. We're here to build and grow and teach. If you are about that, you're welcome. More the welcome, the more the merrier. But if you are on the ratchet stuff, if you on the tearing down and the envy and the jealous type stuff, you need to just keep that over there where you at. Oh, the internet exploded over it. People were angry as hell, pissed. I can never be mad at anybody who says, I don't want to be around this or that. Because to me, it don't matter if you're black, white, yellow, or red. If you ignorant and you do stupid shit and you destroy and devalue the property and make the community look bad, it don't matter what race you are. I don't want to be around it, and I don't want my loved ones around it. But apparently people didn't like the fact that he said what he said. So hey, what don't you're not invited. You must be one of them people. Look, we all go through stuff and we were raised certain ways. We find ways to overcome them challenges to become better people. Nobody is telling you to be stuck. You got the same opportunities to be a better version of yourself, just like me, you, and the next person. So all these excuses and getting offended when someone says they don't want to be around a bunch of drug dealers or party poopers and disrespectful this, that, just because they don't want to be around that don't make them any snobbier or not. No. We got enough toxicity out here. We got enough damage out here, mental health issues and all. Come on, man. Y'all gotta stop with the victimization shit. You're not victims. You choose to stay in the cycle that you're in. Don't get mad at the next person for not wanting to participate in that. People got families out here that they're trying to see grow up. Nobody's trying to keep going to funerals. I'm not trying to go to a 3-year-old's funeral. I do not want to see my children die before the parent. That's crazy. Y'all got everything backwards. And this woman right here, man, hey, I don't know who's in her circle, but yeah, this wasn't it. This was definitely like it. I don't understand the flashing of the money stuff. I don't understand how you could be like the first thing when my grandmother passed. Well, hell, when any of my family members passed, the first thing I did was go to the repast. I went, ate with the family afterwards, hung out with them for a little bit, and then I went home and tried to move on as best as possible. I did not go on Instagram and TikTok and Facebook and shit, taking pictures, posing in Louis Vuitton shoes and all. I didn't do all that. Y'all being raised by social media, and it's evident because of that clip right there. Who the hell gets on social media and promotes the death of their loved one? And this is what I was going to say too. I done seen some weird shit. I'm gonna close out with this, I'm gonna give you the floor to close out with. I done seen women twerking on their deceased husbands and all type of shit in the casket. They got on top of the husband twerking and doing all that shit and recorded it and posted it. I did a reaction to it. I done seen some wild shit. That is not normal. Y'all be dressing them up in bro. Shit to give you a headache.
Like, it is not right. It just shows where your head's at, your mental space. You know, I saw a post the other day said I was raised the OG, not the IG. And I laughed because I was just like, yeah, it's so true. It's amazing 5 years, 10 years, 15, even 20 years, how much social media has influenced. I don't know if you saw, there was something yesterday. I saw, they had a segment on Marilyn Monroe where she's been around. Now, that is some influence to this day. And there was no social media. She is the most talked about woman in the world. Amazing. Yeah. Yeah. So just, I'm all about positivity. But people don't want to talk to me. People don't want to hear what I have to say because I'm a no-nonsense person. I don't gossip. That's my problem. People don't want to be around that. People don't want to know about it. I just show by and lead by example. They don't realize until my actions. You did that? You were part of that? Yep. How did you know about? But I go, oh no. I've already seen your moves. I just, as I said, I'm all about just doing better, elevating, lead by example. We're in a world and a society where we have everything at our fingertips. There's this woman, this son, it's unexcusable. Mm-mm.
I agree, and again, my talking prayers throughout my family. I wish them full recovery. It's positive. Shout outs to you. Shout outs to everybody who pulled up this afternoon. We got to do better about temperance. We got to do better with how we resolve issues, misunderstandings. Everything ain't for the internet, and everything does not have to be met with violence or equal ignorance, or it's just stopping, right? But we about to get up out of here. Thank you for pulling up. Blessings to everybody in the building, man. Like, share, subscribe to the channel. I got another stream later on. Type in if you're available. Until then, y'all be easy. Enjoy the rest of your day. And do me a solid before you go. Peace.
Mantra, slave song, slave ship, rip skin, maybe rip bones. But no matter how close I am, my ancestors speak. They tell me they're tired as a brain on us like we're weak. I haven't been getting sleep. Longing to sing until I surpass peak. Until they think we are equal, please. All I want is peace. My ancestors beat drums until their bones would bleed. Begging that generations remember our story.